that's not God's design, right? Like no feeling is more holy than the other. God wants us to know and experience and feel in real time everything that crosses our path. And that means grief, that means joy, that means, jealousy sometimes, anger, that means fear. It's like all of it is part of the human experience. And so when it comes to healing, a huge part of it is also accepting that the past can't change. For some of us, that can feel heartbreaking, right? Like a lot of things have happened to so many of us, so hundreds of millions in your life that didn't get your consent, maybe, that you've never uttered aloud. Sometimes we carry things and we're thinking about and ruminating in thought our whole life about the things that have hurt us. And I think it's important for people to know it doesn't mean you're broken or deficient or not healed because you still remember those things. It's really about changing the way you relate to them. Some things will absolutely never change, but when you heal, it really gets transmuted into wisdom, where it doesn't feel like this hard, full, painful charge inside of your body every time that memory comes up. You're able to kind of look at it from an observer standpoint and be like, that happened. Yeah. And that really hurt. And God, that was hard. And I have respect for what I've been through. I have self-respect for who I am and what I've moved myself through.
When you talk about working on yourself, right? What does that mean for people, right? When people say, I need to work on myself, and then they come back 10 hours later, I worked on myself.
I'm healed.
I'm healed.
Oh, my God.
So for somebody out there that says, I need to work on myself, what does that mean?
God, that's such a good question. And like that I'm healed thing is so funny to me because people will go to one therapy session and be like,
microwavable.
Yep, I did it. And it's like, actually it takes 8 to 12 therapy sessions to have like a real, cognitive breakthrough. Or, you read one book and it's like, yeah, I do this because this happened to me and that's who I am. Mm-hmm. I think that's self-awareness. But when you're looking to work on yourself to transcend your experiences, there's a difference. Like Instagram has given us so much language. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are using it to manipulate now.
I hate the language when it's used the wrong way.
Hate it.
I know, like it bothers the ish out of me.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts because it's dangerous. Like, to be clear, it's dangerous. People using certain mental health language that haven't done the work, that don't know the work, it's a manipulation tactic. It can be very harmful for people, can be very narcissistic. So that none of those things are like devoid in the spiritual or the mental health space. All that same stuff still exists. But when it comes to like working on yourself, I think at the base level, it's noticing, how do you feel when it's just you with you? Mm-hmm. If there is anything inside of you that feels unmet, unexpressed, unheard, if there's anything inside of you where you feel anxiety, there is a charge in your chest, or there is a rejection or a cringe, those are things to notice because it's information that maybe something wants to rise to the surface for your review. And I think when we're working on ourselves, it's really about being willing to look at the truth of what is. It doesn't have to be perceived as positive or negative. It's just what is true right now, and then being honest with yourself about it. And if we try to avoid those things, yeah, you can move through life. You can probably still have a lot of success in life, but the quality of your life goes down. The quality of your interior world really goes down, and you're not really able to tap into like the truth of why you're here, to your purpose, to, and this doesn't matter to everybody, but it matters to me, the truth of your connection to God. All of that kind of goes mute and it goes numb when you avoid yourself. When you tap into yourself, I think a lot of people think, oh, it's going to hurt too much, or I'm going to open that door and I won't be able to close it. But you're hurting anyway, right? Like at least there is an outcome to be had by choosing to direct some of your attention inward.